So everybody in your neighborhood and their uncles all have smart doorbells. So you thought, why didn't I get one too? But wait, you just realized you have an iPhone. So you probably want something with Apple HomeKit support. So you went home and you did what any other reasonable person would do. You went on Google and you searched best Apple HomeKit Doorbell. And that's when you found this video. You're in the right place and you're in good hands. This is the Logitech Circle View Doorbell, and it's a relatively new Apple HomeKit compatible doorbell. Now, before we get started, disclaimer, this video is sponsored by Logitech. However, all opinions are my own, and I will be giving you guys all the pros and cons to the best of my ability. In any case, let's jump right into this. So inside the box, we get installation instructions. We get the actual doorbell. Damn, this is actually quite nice. Mounting options, you have some mounting hardware, and then you have some sticky pads. Okay, so this looks like the chime kit. And also in the box you get some extra adapters and cables in case you want to install this with a pre-existing chime. All right, so the house is pretty straightforward. Let's see how straightforward the install is. Let's go. Okay. So as you guys saw, all in all, it was a relatively easy install. But what's one of the most important things for a doorbell? Let's talk about that. So when it comes to doorbells, one of the most important things for pretty much everybody is the appearance. And the Logitech Circle View Doorbell does not disappoint here. It's got this really slim design with the whole front just being one slab of glass, and the whole bottom, although it shows just a circle, when you press the circle, the whole thing kind of just depresses. So the bottom half is all kind of like a button. It's got a status light indicator where it goes red whenever it is recording. And the top's got this entire LED bar, which looks kind of cool from a distance. And that's gonna aid in night color vision, which we're going to talk about in a second. The lens will give you a full 160-degree field of view, and also at the bottom we have a speaker and a microphone, as well as a USB port, which we can use to reset the device, or if we just want to plug it in inside the house to make sure all the connection and everything goes over smoothly, which is what we did earlier. All right, let's go back inside. It's cold. It is cold outside. Okay, so we've seen how the doorbell looks, but how does it actually function? So this particular doorbell will work with most pre-existing doorbell systems. So it's pretty much just like a plug and play almost, except the plug actually takes a little bit more work. But the instructions are really clear, and if I can do it, you can do it, everyday dad style. Now, when it comes to the actual doorbell, you don't have to use the chime that it comes with. You can already use your chime, or you can use no chime at all and just kind of rely on your devices to notify you. The actual body of the doorbell is IP65 rated, so it's weather resistant, but the thing I like the most about it is the fact that I can actually just pull it out of the mount and take it indoors. You see, most doorbells kind of have like the cables that come out of your house go plug in directly into the doorbell. With this guy, it plugs into the mount, and then the mount has a connecting plate so that the doorbell can actually connect to it. That way you can just unplug the doorbell, take it inside, plug it in, and do your software updates or testing or anything you need to do. The app, because it's HomeKit compatible, is also pretty useful. You can do several different things, such as just detect motion, or do you want it to stream, or do you want it to record. You can set permissions for who has access to it. There's facial recognition, motion detection, and recording, and there's tons of other options as well. Another feature this doorbell has is called activity zones, and this is a feature I really appreciate, because with doorbells sometimes the motion is very sensitive. So if it senses like even like a tree moving in your frame, like in the camera, then it will send you a notification. I've had this happen before with other doorbells. So with activity zones, I can basically just draw a square on where I want it to detect motion, so only when people kind of come towards the porch maybe, and then it will notify me. Now in terms of actual specs, it's a 3x4 in portrait mode, 5 megapixel sensor, which gives you a 1200 by 1600 HDR video feed. Because it's in portrait mode, it gives you a full view from head to toe, so if there's any packages or anything like that, you won't miss it. Also, I really like the fact that it is HDR video video because the colors, everything just looks so much better and lifelike compared to other cameras I've seen. So that's definitely a plus. When it comes to nighttime, the camera also performs pretty well. It has color night vision, which basically gives you, like a lot of cameras, what they'll do is during the nighttime, you'll just have a black and white feed. But with this, it also kind of adds color to it. So that's pretty good and appreciated. And in order to do that, you need ample light, and that's where the LED bar comes in. Now you can actually toggle the LED bar to turn off if you don't want it, if it's too bright, which I did find in some cases, so I personally turned it off. But if you don't have porch lights, the LED bar is definitely a good option. It's quite bright and it will light up the whole stage around the camera. And the whole color night vision, as long as you have a porch light that kind of illuminates the area, or you're using the LED bar, you should be fine. You'll get color night vision. Okay, now what about notifications? Because that's key, right? That's the reason you're getting this versus other doorbells, because you want it to be synced with HomeKit, so it doesn't disappoint. So with notifications, the moment somebody presses the doorbell, or let's say there's motion, whatever you have the settings set to, it will give you all the notifications wherever you want it. So on my iPhone, I'll get this notification with this video feed. I'll get it on my watch, and get it on my Macs, and even my favorite, on the Apple TV. So if you're at home and you're watching TV, then it comes up as a notification on the side, and you can choose to enlarge it and go from there. So if you have somebody creepy at the door, you'll know. But the best part is you have the choice. So if you have HomePods, you can have them also ring with the chime as soon as somebody rings the bell. You can select which HomePods you want to ring, or you can turn it all off and just have your phones and your watch notifying you. So it's all up to you how you want to configure that. And of course, you have the regular live two-way talk where you can talk back to somebody if they're leaving a parcel or anything like that. So that's there as well. Okay, so all of that is fine, but no product is perfect. And as such, I'd like to quickly discuss some of the cons here. The first one being, it doesn't have support for Alexa or Google Assistant, which kind of just alienates an entire market. I really hope that Logitech brings this into the foray, brings this into their product through an update. But what that also does is it kind of limits the amount of devices that you can use with the doorbell. For example, people that use Google Assistant or Alexa, they like having their front porch displayed on like a screen. So when somebody rings the doorbell, you don't always have to spring for your phone. So stuff like that is a little bit lacking. Another thing that I miss on this doorbell is the fact that it doesn't have package detection yet. So I hope this is something that Logitech also brings with an update. Logitech, if you're listening, okay, so let's bring it all in together. So I recently moved into a new home, and ever since then I've been on the search for a Apple HomeKit supported doorbell, and surprisingly I was very hard pressed to find one. I think there's only like one or two, and this might be the only consumer version to support Apple HomeKit Secure Video. So it might be what the space really needs right now, what people have been looking for. So if you are in the Apple ecosystem and you're looking for a doorbell that will kind of just sync across all your devices with ease, has Apple HomeKit support, and has good quality during daytime, nighttime, has a whole bunch of options that you can configure to your liking, then this is a solid option. In any case, I really appreciate your time. Get it? If you found this video entertaining, beneficial, and helpful, then I would really appreciate a like on this video down below. If you like content around tech, gadgets, filmmaking, and lifestyle, then go ahead and smash that subscribe button. And we're gonna be smashing some content in 2021, so make sure you guys are subscribed, turn on the notification bell, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Peace.